Here's the handoff. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope he gets better. No gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads it left. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Harmon. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their...
There he goes! Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Mississippi State going up tempo.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Looking to move the chains. Mississippi State lines up on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the 1st down here on 4th. He wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. He's got it, 1st down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Offense changing the play. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Oh, they're after it! And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty.
Here we go.
Quick release by the QB. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The extra point here would tie the game. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this second and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Yellow Jackets are marching down the field.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive.
Wide open spaces. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. pulled and fired complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Got his man downfield. There he goes. At the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
14, Mississippi State, 7.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. He's got it on the right. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking for space. It's Harmon. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close...
Touchdown, Mississippi State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Extra point here will tie the game.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Unloads it downfield. Makes the catch on the left. Brings into the open. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
That's a first down for the offense.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Looking downfield on first down. He's open on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by 7 over UAB. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Bulldogs Seahawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right back to the well. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Mississippi State going up tempo.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quick strike complete. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Buys a little extra time. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Got his man quickly. Big guy tries to barrel in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback keeper. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man. It's Harmon. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Quarterback making checks. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Mississippi State looking for the 4th down conversion. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch in stride inside the 15. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Fitted in the window for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll start this drive firing. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Finds him out of the backfield. He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
The play action fake. He makes a catch. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Running to Breed. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going for the big play. He's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive.
Oh, he found a space on the right.
The tight end showing off the athletic ability, does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Brings him to the open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking for his man in the middle. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They take the lead with the 6.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The ball and throw off the RPO. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Under fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harmon. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Mississippi State. A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll try to do it himself. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
He'll take it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it's caught inside the 20.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They'll run it from the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Just going to keep it after the snap. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Georgia Tech.
Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't work on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 8. They want to run this quarterback. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Adams. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll run play action. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
This time on target. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going for 6. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's